Let's talk about clothes, baby. Let's talk about jeans and sleeves. My tongue is really red because I just drank a red drink. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, hey, hello. If you're coming back, I love you. Thanks for coming back. I'm glad that you liked it enough to see another one. I don't know. Well, today I'm going to be doing a brand new video all about fashion. I haven't done a fashion video in so long, so I thought that I would jump in and do this one. I'm gonna be doing the Closet Confidential tag. Ryder, no. He's being so bad today, you guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. With this little nugget that just is causing all the problems. Yeah, he knows it. You're ruining my shot. I'm gonna lock someone in a closet. His name rhymes with Ryder. I'm just kidding, I would never do that. Animal cruelty is terrible, don't do things like that. Okay, so after literally everything keeps going wrong to try to start this video, forgot to turn my lights on, phone was ringing, dog was knocking around his food bowl and sitting in my lap. Life is difficult, but we're back and we're ready, and I'm going to be doing the Closet Confidential tag. I believe this was started by Fleur de Force quite a while ago. I know it's been a tag for a really long time, but I've always loved this tag. I've always meant to do it, and I just have not made the time. So now is finally the time, and I am ready. And I'm actually going to be adding like 2 more questions to this, just because I thought they'd be fun questions that I'd want to hear from other people. So I'm going to be doing the questions actually that came from Claire Marshall's video, which she had additional questions I don't think Fleur did to begin with. So I'm going to be going off of that video and I'm just gonna get started. First question is, what is the oldest item in your closet? This is actually a pair of shoes and they are quite strange, but I've had them since I was probably in maybe the 6th grade, and they are these red sequined Converse, Chuck Taylors, Chucks, whatever you call them, but they are, I mean, like Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, red sequined Converse, and you're probably like, wow, those are loud. You would be correct, but for some reason, these have always come in handy for as long as I've had them. I think I got them originally just because I wanted them for fashion purposes, because I was in 6th grade, but now they always come in handy for like costumes, or if I'm like doing something red, white, and blue, or something like, there always ends up being a use for these, so I've kept them around. And yeah, I guess I've been essentially the same shoe size for a really long time because these still fit, even though they're kind of a small size. So that is definitely the oldest item in my closet. As far as long as I've owned it, I have things that are older because they're like vintage, but these are the ones I've definitely owned the longest. Next question is, what is the newest item in your closet? And I actually have multiple, one of which I'm wearing. This is a vintage, it's NSYNC, which is crazy that this is considered vintage, but it is this lace-up shirt that is actually an old NSYNC concert shirt. I am obsessed with this shirt. I love the way it fits, I love the way it feels. It's really cute. It doesn't feel too revealing because of this lacing. I feel like it kind of like hides things, and I do have on like a cute little bralette, which is another thing that I just bought. I got this shirt, the bralette, and the black t-shirt version of this that doesn't have any sort of band on it, all from a store called LF here in LA. Well, the bandeau came from a place called Heavenly Couture, and it was like $5, but these 2 shirts were pretty expensive, but I've worn both of them and I love them so much, and the quality, especially of this shirt, I mean, this is a band shirt, so the quality is not that great, but this one feels so amazing. It's so soft, but it's super thick. This like ribboning on the side where the laces go through is actually like really good thick fabric that like I know that this is gonna last for so long, and I like that it's a little sexy, but it's not super revealing when you wear like a bandeau or something underneath it, and I just think it's unique and awesome. And I got those last weekend, even though I paid probably way too much for this shirt, but look at it. NSYNC, are you kidding me? And it also says, I don't know if I'm gonna show you, NSYNC on the back, so I love it. Number 3, what is your most expensive, woo, lighting blowout. Number 3 is, what is your most expensive item? And I chose one that I actually has a really great story to it, though I did pay quite a bit. This was my first like, I'd say like really quality clothing purchase that I made on my own, like as a semi-adult. And it is this little like cardigan lace, ooh, I'm sitting on part of it. I don't know what to call this. It's like kind of like a cardigan, but it's totally lace and mesh and see-through. And this is from Topshop, and it's got these beautiful sleeves on it. It's very bohemian. It's very, very delicate and very, very sweet. And so incredibly pretty. Like, I think this is one of the prettiest items of clothing that I own, and I absolutely love this. I don't wear it as often as I should because I am so afraid of messing it up, but I actually got this on my, I went to go visit a friend who was living in New York, decided to treat myself, and this was over $100. I want to say that it was like, I don't own anything that's like crazy designer expensive, but like, I don't spend a crazy ton amount on my clothes, so for this to be like, I want to say it was like 150 maybe, which in the grand scheme of clothing, like on the range of like what I've seen on YouTube, it's really not that expensive. For me, it's a very expensive item, and I don't tend to spend this much on clothing, but it's just so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. Next thing is biggest bang for your buck, and for this one I chose my leather jacket. It's pleather, it's not real. It's from a store called ANGL. I don't know if it's Angle or Angel. You could remove the E from either place, it would say the same thing. But this is a pleather jacket that I got when I very first moved to LA back when I did a semester here. If you've been with my channel for a long time, you might remember Vlogs Angeles. I wore the crap out of this thing. I believe it was around $80, which for me is pretty expensive, but I literally wore this thing like crazy. I don't wear it as much anymore just because I think my style's changed a little bit, and I have another jacket that I like a little more, and I live in LA. It's never really cold enough for this, so I do love that, but I do think that was like, for like the 2 years that I wore that like non-stop, it was definitely worth the 80 bucks. What was your biggest bargain? This is not a huge bargain, but in my opinion it was a good deal because I almost bought these full price, and it is this pair of shoes from Steve Madden. They are this kind of, they're not quite a Chelsea boot, but they're like a high ankle bootie, and they have this really gorgeous like kind of silvery gold little tip on them, and I love these shoes. I almost bought these full price, which full price they were about $150, and I literally almost walked out of the store with them because I tried them on thinking they were on the sale wall. They weren't on the sale wall. Very, very sad day. Tried them on. I love them. I was so sad to leave them behind, but I don't have the money to spend 150 bucks on a pair of shoes right now. So I left them, and then I kept looking at them online. I couldn't forget about them, and then eventually they went on sale for 50 bucks. So I got $100 off this pair of shoes, maybe more than that with taxes, and I absolutely stinking love them. I wear them all the time. They're not crazy comfortable, but they're not so uncomfortable that you just like can't wear them at all. But oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I kept watching these and that they actually went on sale like the rest of their booties. So if you have something you really love that's expensive, keep your eye on it. You never know if it'll drop in price. It took like 2 months for these to drop in price, but I'm digging them so hard. I love them so much. I actually have 2 things for this because I figured that this was something that I wear all the time, like probably like once a week, and they were really cheap, and it was one of those like kind of 2 for whatever deals. I want to say that it was like 2 for 15 or something like that, but they are just these little basic tanks from BP by Nordstrom. They're literally just little flowy like semi crop tops. They're not cropped in a bit like super cropped, but they are shorter, so they go great with high-waisted things, but you can also get away with wearing them with non-high-waisted things, and they're just really great, basic, really thin but still good material. There's something on this one, it's a feather, but I probably wear these once a week. They're so good for layering, they're good for wearing on their own, they're just really simple, they're really flattering. What's an item in your closet that everyone hates but you secretly love? I don't know that I secretly love these shoes, but Uggs. These are my little baby Uggs. These are actually a child size Ugg, I believe, because they are like, I believe like the biggest child size is actually a women's 7, which is what I wear. But these are the little short ones that have the button on them. These might not actually be kids. I can't remember for sure. I've had a pair before that were kids. I think it was these. I wear these all the time. I know that these are pretty universally hated shoes, but they're so comfortable. They're so easy to throw on. I mostly wear them to go walk my dog at night or in the mornings. I can just throw them on when it's a little chillier outside, and they're great, and they feel like slippers, so they're great to travel in. They're great. So if you think they're ugly, I think they're cuter than the short and the tall ones, but that's just my opinion. But I love these. Okie dokie. Let's see what is next. What was the biggest waste of money? Now this, my mom is going to know exactly what I'm gonna say, and she's gonna be mad at me because she's gonna agree. But when I went to London a few years ago, I got myself a Rebecca Minkoff little, I think this is called the 5-zip mini. It's not the mini Mac, but it's like the mini 5-zip. And this is gorgeous. This is really, really pretty yellow color. It's kind of a neon yellow. It tends to show up a little greenish on camera, but it's really just like a pastel pretty yellow. And this is a pretty expensive bag. I want to say that this is almost $200 for this like little bag. And it was very much a trendy thing where like I wanted a Rebecca Minkoff. Everyone on YouTube had Rebecca Minkoff. And I decided to go for a bright color because I thought it would be fun. And to be honest with you, I have not used this nearly enough to justify how much I spent on it, but it does have great memories. It is my like London bag. I did carry it the whole time I was in London. However, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, it tends to like rip my hair out. So while I love it, it probably wasn't worth the money. My plan is to try to carry this spring. If I find that I still don't carry it this spring, I am going to sell it because I'm sure it could go to a home that would love it a lot more than me. But this is my biggest waste of money. Okay, I'm actually gonna save the next question for last. So I'm gonna go into the two that I decided to add in that I just thought would be interesting to find out about other people. The first one is just going to be like the most worn item of the season. And for me, this is gonna come as no surprise because I wear it in like all of my videos, slash if you know me personally, I literally wear this like once a week. And it is this gigantic grandpa sweater from Urban Outfitters. It's kind of this like purpley maroon mixed with light blue and kind of a like peachy color, and then it's got this maroon band at the bottom, and it's just speckled and it's kind of cable knitted up here. And this is gigantically oversized. It is a medium, so it is like my size, but it's supposed to be super huge. And I wear this literally once a week. It feels like wearing a blanket. I love it. I actually like the way it looks. Some people wouldn't like this because it's very grandpa sweater-y and it's very oversized. But it's so comfortable. It feels like wearing your pajamas. But this is one of my favorite items of all time, like definitely one of my most worn items ever. So I definitely love that, and you know, not for everyone, but I love it. To go with that, most worn item, this is just more of a like most worn item in general, but it is just basic black leggings. These are my favorite pair currently. These are the Airy high-rise leggings. They just have this like big high-rise band on them, but these are not even kind of see-through. They have not worn at all, like literally at all in between the legs, which is a big problem for me because I do have thicker thighs, so they just tend to rub together and make leggings give out really fast. These are so crazy soft and comfortable, and I love that they're high-waisted because you feel very secure, you feel very like tucked and tight in, but they're not uncomfortable, and they don't fall down, they don't sag during the day. So those are really great leggings, so airy, and I think they're also like $17, which is really cheap for a really great pair of leggings, so definitely check those out. Then the next question that I'm adding, and this is the last question I'm adding, but is like, what is your biggest comfort item of clothing? And for me, again, this is probably gonna be no surprise to you guys, is my TRXYE sweatshirt, jumper, whatever they call it. I've had this for years now, since that EP first came out, and this is like 100% my comfort item of clothing. Like if I'm feeling down, or if I'm feeling tired, or if I'm traveling, or if I just like want to be cuddly and warm and like feel safe, this is my sweatshirt. It is so comfortable. It fits me perfectly. It fits me the way that I want a sweatshirt to fit me, and no other sweatshirt has even come close in the past couple of years. So this is definitely 100% my comfort item. Interesting. I'd love to see other people answer that question and just be curious to see like what their like either item of clothing when they're sad, or when they're mad, or when they're sick, or whatever, like what's the item of clothing they go to. I think that's a good question. Okay, and the last question is the 3 items that I'm loving the most right now, and I've actually already talked about all 3 of these items, so it's gonna come as no surprise, but it would be the Steve Madden boots. I have worn these so much lately. I love them. I love that just really subtle detail of that like golden tip on the ends. I just think that makes them a little bit different, but they're so classic, and I know that I will wear these for as long as they hold together. They're just so classic and awesome, and I love those. And the next things would be this shirt, which again is this NSYNC shirt that has the lace-ups on it. I love it. And then also the shirt that I showed earlier that also has the lace-up on it. Those are definitely my favorites right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those are all of the questions. I will see you in my next video. I want to see you guys do this video, so if you want to be tagged, I'm gonna tag you, but I'm also gonna tag some specific people. So I'm definitely gonna be tagging Mo David. Definitely going to be tagging Mo David. I think he could do such a cool vibe with this, and I think that his like special touch could do really well in this tag. So I'm gonna tag Mo. I'm going to tag Bella from EXO Always Bella. I think she would do great at this tag as well. And then let's just say anybody else that wants to do this tag should do this tag. So I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe down there. I think it's down there. It's somewhere. I'll put a thing somewhere. Anyway, my name is Parker. This is Stories in the Dust, and I really hope you'll stick around a while.